Hey, Dragon Slayers. It's been about 4 hours since my last meal. My glucose is 100. So, today's video is all about how to break a 72-hour fast. There hasn't been much focus on breaking fasts up until we got to 30 hours because the vast majority of people will have no issue breaking a fast that is less than 24 hours. I usually don't have an issue unless I pass the 22-hour mark. That's when I start to have some sort of gastro distress. So the longer you go, almost everyone has difficulty breaking a 72-hour fast. There's a few crazy freak people out there that don't, but the vast majority of you will. So the strategy that I've used to break a 72-hour fast is very similar to the 30 to 48-hour fast with a few additions. So I will go over that today. Um, Usually, as a general rule of thumb that I have figured out, is that you want to spend half as much time recovering from a fast as you spent fasting. This is true after about 2 days, right? So if you spend, in general, for every 2 to 3 days that you spend fasting, you want to spend at least 1 day recovering. And so when you break a 30 to 48 hour fast, it takes me, because I have a very sensitive system, it takes me about 3 hours to recover from it and to be able to eat normally. So with a 3 day fast, which is, double 36 hours, you will want to spend about 6 hours total recovering from it. So step one, I take the cup of bone broth, I take one probiotic, and I eat one serving of fermented vegetables of any kind, usually pickles, okra, radish, cabbage, or kimchi or sauerkraut. Then I wait 2 hours. Step two is I drink broths or soups of any kind, and I make sure that they contain little to no fat. Fat will run right through you after you've been fasting for 3 days, and it's a horrible and painful experience. Also, onions and garlic can give a lot of people gastro issues, me being one of them. So you can still have more fermented vegetables and then wait an hour. So step three is going to be just like step two, except afterwards you wait 30 minutes. And step four is the same as step three, and then you're going to wait another 30 minutes. Now, step five, so that brings us to the 4 hour mark. Step five, you will be the same as step four. You'll just have, now you can have some onions and garlic and a little fat, but I would keep it no more than probably a tablespoon. You can have some protein, but I would keep that under 1 to 2 ounces. Wait an hour. Step six, so we're at the 5 hour mark. Step six would be to eat a small amount of protein, 1 to 2 ounces of any kind, half an avocado, sometimes another serving of fermented vegetables, depending upon if you want to or not. And then wait an hour. So that's your full 6 hours of breaking your 3 day fast. And then after that, step seven, after you've gone through steps one through six in that order and waited the time periods, you can eat anything you want and it shouldn't give you any trouble. So, the foods that I never break my fast with, I think I covered this in a previous video, and especially extended fast. You never, ever, ever want to break a fast with sugar, processed foods, slash fast foods, carbohydrates, or alcohol. Those are like the top four worst things that you could ever break a fast with, and they will do so much harm to your body. So, foods that you can break a fast with, but I would really avoid these, particularly after a 3 day fast, would be a high amount of fat. So I would have no fat at all for the first, like, I would say 3 to 4 hours. And then after that hour, between hours four and six, you can have up to a tablespoon of fat. Garlic, onions, I would avoid that. Avoid eggs, nuts, nut butters, seeds, seed butters, raw vegetables, dairy products, and red meat. Just avoid that in that first 6 hours, and you should be okay. So that's what I've got for you guys today. And remember that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.